I was clearing a fallen branch off a trail. Nothing extreme, just basic field work. One firm strike, and the tip of my knife chipped clean off. This wasn't some cheap $15 knife. This was a $180 tactical fixed blade that shows up on almost every top 10 survival knives list online. That moment made me question everything I thought I knew about which knives actually hold up. So I spent the next few weeks researching and testing the ones preppers are actually switching to in 2026. Let's get into it. If you're new here, I cover tactical gear, survival tools, and gadgets that actually perform, not just what's trending on social media. And today, I'm breaking down 7 knives that are earning real trust in the prepper community, plus what actually happened with the one that chipped on me. Here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of knives get recommended online purely because they're popular, not because they've been genuinely stress tested. Thousands of 5-star reviews doesn't mean a blade will hold up when you're battening wood, prying something loose, or using it hard in the field. That $180 tactical folder-turn fixed blade I mentioned, beautiful design, great marketing, huge online hype, but the steel was harder than it needed to be, which means less flex and more chipping under stress. One clean strike on hardwood and the tip was gone. This isn't about safety fear-mongering. It's about the fact that in a real survival situation, a failed blade isn't an inconvenience. It's a problem you can't afford. So today, I'm giving you 7 knives that passed real-world durability checks. And number 1 on this list uses a steel type that completely changed how I think about price to performance. Stick around for that one. Quick note before we start. Knife laws vary by state and country, including blade length and lock type restrictions. Always check your local regulations before carrying any of these. Number 7, the Morakniv Companion, at around $15 to $20. This is proof that price doesn't equal performance. Scandi grind carbon steel holds an edge longer than knives 3 times the price. In field tests, users consistently get 6+ months of regular use before needing a resharpen. The con, the handle isn't built for heavy prying, so stick to cutting tasks. It beats knives 4 times its price purely on edge retention. Number 6, the Becker BK2. This is the knife preppers reach for when they need something closer to a small machete. Full tang, 1/4-inch thick 1095 carbon steel spine. I've seen field tests where this knife battens through seasoned oak without a single chip. That's the kind of margin you want in an emergency. Downside at nearly a pound. It's not built for all-day EDC carry, but for raw toughness, it beats almost everything else on this list. Now, if you think that's tough, wait until you see number 4. That one steel quality genuinely surprised me for the price point. Number 5, the ESEE 4. This is becoming the go-to-do-everything knife, and here's the proof. ESEE backs it with a no-questions-asked lifetime warranty. Companies don't offer that unless they trust their own steel. 1095 carbon steel, full tang, and it resharpens easily in the field, which matters more than people realize when you don't have access to a proper sharpening kit. It edges out the BK2 on versatility, even if it's not quite as heavy-duty. Number 4, the Benchmade Bushcrafter 162. This is the knife that changed how I think about blade steel for the price. It uses CPM S30V steel, the kind you'd normally find on knives twice the price. Most budget knives use steel that's either too soft, so it dulls fast, or too hard, so it chips, like the one that failed on me. This one hits a rare middle ground of edge retention and toughness. In stress tests, it holds an edge nearly twice as long as standard 8CR 13 MOV steel knives in the same price range. The only con, it's pricier than most on this list, and it can be harder to find in stock. Number 3, the Fällkniven F1, originally designed for Swedish Air Force pilots. This one's built specifically for wet, cold environments, something most top 10 lists completely ignore. Laminated VG10 steel means excellent corrosion resistance, and the grip stays solid even soaking wet or with gloves on. The trade-off, it's a shorter blade, so heavy battening isn't its strong suit, but for cold weather reliability, nothing else on this list comes close. Number 2 is a folding knife. and preppers are increasingly switching to folders for everyday carry instead of fixed blades. The Spyderco Paramilitary 2, CPM S45VN steel, and a compression lock that held up under lateral pressure tests that make most folding knives fail completely. The con: it's on the pricier side, but for a knife you'll carry every single day, that reliability is worth paying for. Now, number 1. This is the knife that's become my top overall recommendation after everything I researched and tested, and the reason might surprise you. Number 1. The Cold Steel SRK, which literally stands for Survival Rescue Knife. Full tang, SK5 or a US 8A steel depending on the version, and it's genuinely built for hard use, battening, prying, even light chopping. Here's the proof. It's used by search and rescue teams, not just marketed to preppers. In independent torture tests, it's been driven through car doors and pried against cinder blocks without snapping at around $50 to $60. It delivers durability most knives triple its price can't match. This isn't the flashiest knife on this list. It's the one that consistently performs when it actually counts, which is the entire point of this video. Quick recap before we wrap up. Number 7, Morakniv Companion, unbeatable value for the price. Number 6, Becker BK2, best raw toughness. Number 5, ESEE 4, best all-around with a lifetime warranty. Number 4, Benchmade Bushcrafter 162, best steel-to-price ratio. Number 3, Fällkniven F1, best for wet and cold environments. Number 2, Spyderco Paramilitary 2, best folding EDC option. Number 1, Cold Steel SRK, my top overall recommendation. Remember, this isn't just gear talk. In a real emergency, the knife you're carrying could be the difference between handling a situation and being stuck in one. Now I want to hear from you. Comment 1 if you carry a fixed blade, or comment 2 if you're a folding knife person. Let's see which one wins in the comments. If a link in the description leads to a purchase, I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. That's what helps keep this channel running, and it doesn't affect which knives I recommend. If this video helped you avoid the same mistake I made, hit subscribe. I post gear breakdowns like this every week. All researched, no fluff. And next video, I'm putting my new number 1 pick, the Cold Steel SRK, through a full disaster scenario stress test to see if it holds up to everything I've said about it. Subscribe so you don't miss it.